Good God， 的美国烙赛真人秀越精彩越恐怖诶！上一集我们有去 LA 观看他们的愤怒抗议，但是今天这一集呢，全国城市都崩溃了，感觉下一集美国内战正在楼顶中。And here's the thing, the more America crashes out, the more dangerous it becomes for Taiwan. And after 2 days of research and reviewing a lot of material, I'm beginning to believe that a conspiracy theory just might be an all-out full-blown conspiracy. That everything you see in these riots is completely orchestrated, all part of a master plan devised by one person. And in these increasingly turbulent and trying times, you need to keep your game face on, son. 进广告. Yo, did you know that our频道is over 70% men over 30 years old? Well, I gotta go today, and listen up, because this is really important. If you're over 30, you need to be taking this very important thing. Maca， 唢呐，那个 Maca 哈，是不是帮你让你女朋友或老婆更爽？对吧？我不用了啦，我已经很会呀。Nah, fool, it ain't about just making your partner happy. For me, the most important thing is that it boosts your stamina and makes you able to keep working all day long without breaking a sweat. That is exactly how I'm able to keep researching content, stick to my daily workouts, and chase my kid around the house all day long. And allow me to let you in on a little secret. Lately, I've been taking this Worth Maca End Capsules. Check it. This maca uses Symphony Natural Health's 5-color maca from the United States. And it also has extract from 7 superfoods by the world-renowned US brand Futureceutical. And more important than that, Worth Maca's End Capsules contains patented Korean L-arginine, which is super high purity and easily absorbed, keeping you energized and happy all day long. And check this, the oh-so-professional Worth R&D team has developed a formula to maximize and enhance absorption, giving you maximized benefits of what you take. Now, if you are experienced like me and have already been taking maca, or even if you're a newbie who wants to try something new to give you more energy to take care of your family and maintain your healthy lifestyle, then this is the one for you, son. Link in the description down below, and you must know that Worth End Capsules are the best choice you will ever make. Alright, so now that you pop your Worth maca and you got your game face on, you better 准备到爆米花 because 真的是代志大条。So, is America going to end up in a civil war all because of an LA riot? Well, if you want to know the answer to that question, you first need to look at exactly what happened during this riot.
You! I can't wait to know you! Take off your badge, big boy! Take off your badge! Coward! Get that shit in my fucking face!
Okay. That guy's yelling at the ICE officials for being a coward for wearing a mask. Meanwhile, he also has a mask on.
This YouTuber is Nick Shirley, who arrived at the scene the moment the so-called protesters surrounded the ICE detention center. And this video has already surpassed 2 million views. And through it, you will quickly realize that an American civil war might be very highly likely to go down.
This was our land! All this is stolen! And what? Now we're fucking illegal here?
We're gonna
Are you fucking kidding me? You're not fighting for this country!
We're gonna dox you! We're gonna dox you! We're gonna dox you!
And it seems like the demands of this protest have gradually shifted from opposing ICE arrests to claiming that this land originally belongs to Mexico.
Just for the fucking tear gas to blow it back at those motherfuckers! If you have a fucking blower, bring it out! Push them back! We will not do 1992 again with your fucking tanks! I was 12 then! I'm 44 now! I will die for my fucking kids! And all of these young people are here are my fucking kids! Because I'm an LA native mom! These are my fucking children you're fighting! You! Major Bass, if you can hear me, expect my ass in your office on Monday for attacking my children! This is our city, and this was Mexico! You can't kick us out of the land that was ours!
So, over 200 years ago, the United States did indeed acquire, I use that word loosely, Texas and California and some other territories through contract breaches, aka some really deceptive, sketchy shit.
They stole! You stole!
But here's the thing, this conflict was resolved through a war. Simply put, Mexico lost and acknowledged the land belonged to America. And now, over 200 years later, Mexico is reclaiming this land through immigration.
I don't give a fuck, not today. I'm the fucking police. I'm telling you not to be here, motherfucker.
Well, I want to be here.
Well, I'm fucking telling you not to be here. Get the fuck
out of my way.
Towards the cops, you fucking faggot.
Get out of here.
Little fucking asshole. I know you are, you fucking right-wing motherfucker. You're a little fucking bitch.
I have every right to be here just like you.
Well, I'm going to be right next to you.
This is Orlan. I'm captain now.
It seems like all these protesters are really on brand. But real talk, zoom in real tight for me. Y'all niggas are giving Trump everything he needs to justify sending in troops. Rebel activity, waving a foreign country's flag, setting the American flag on fire, attacking law enforcement, and then claiming that this land is yours?
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy!
If it looks like a rebellion, smells like a rebellion, and sounds like a rebellion, you can be for damn sure the orange man is gonna call it a rebellion. And even worse, when firefighters try to extinguish the burning vehicles, not to arrest anyone or disperse protesters, just do their goddamn job, someone threw Molotov cocktails at them and shouted for them to get the fuck out.
Work.
Then what happens to my kid? But you can if you could just move out the way. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do? No, it's not.
How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work.
Not work. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Some people do have to go to work. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Imagine that.
Not work. I care so much.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
Now this clip, courtesy of Asmongold, spread like wildfire and was seen by over 1 million people in less than 1 day. 2 white men stopped a black woman, actually she's Latina, which makes this shit even funnier, from working. And the result was the ultimate Latin hater, Weng Hao.
This is the core of most of the luxury beliefs that fuel these protests. These people never have to live with the consequences of their own suicidal empathy.
I mean, you have tears in your eyes of what they've done to your business.
Very bad. That it is 1 week is a riot and people of the transgender or other things, and they close the business and nobody can come inside.
With several such cases.
Horrible. Your work.
All because the Democrats decided that President Trump can't get a win, so let's pretend we don't have a riot on our hands and sacrifice the entire life's work of actual Americans.
A so-called peaceful protest against ICE has evolved into one filled with Mexican flags, claiming U.S. territory belongs to Mexico, and even looting stores owned by Mexican immigrants. And this protest, according to polls, is supported by only 34% of people, who find it absolutely absurd. These absurd activities have spread to New York, Chicago, Austin, Denver, and many other liberal cities.
Jeff Hunt, 710K in US, right in the middle of the No Ice Parade.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear. Immigrants are welcome.
What are you here for? I'm gonna call the police. Oh, okay.
Immigrants are
Yeah, you're gonna get brought up on assault charges.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate.
Now, just like in the first video, this YouTuber went to Denver to interview so-called peaceful protesters, but was physically attacked by these fools, simply because they suspected his ideology might be different from theirs. But what truly interested me in this clip was the attacker walking behind his companion. You see that logo in the top right-hand corner? 很奇怪呢. I think I've seen this logo before in LA as well. The people united will defend immigrant families. If you compare these two slogans side by side, 感觉蛮像哦.
No matter what, stand your ground.
And you can see that the two slogans on the left and middle are printed on the exact same size paper with the exact same font and on the exact same type of sign holder, identical to the slogan seen in Denver. The only difference is that the Denver slogan seems to have forgotten to tear off the bottom black strip that mentions which organization it's from.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear. Immigrants are welcome.
What are you here for? I'm gonna call the police.
Now, if you pause the frame right here, you can clearly see the identical wooden sign holder with the Party for Socialism and Liberation printed on it. Now, I had no clue what this organization was, so I entered it into DuckDuckGo, and my mind was completely blown. And after 2.5 full days of research, I can tell you that by the time you get to the end of this video, there will be zero doubt in your mind that the CCP is on full frontal attack against America. 真的是代志大条。
If you want to join the struggle against Trump and Musk's billionaire agenda and join the fight for a more just society, you should sign up for the PSL Action Network today. Trump, Musk, and the entire billionaire class are attacking us from every direction. Public education, Social Security, Medicaid, civil rights, and more are all under fire. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party is providing no real resistance to Trump. Some are silent, others are actively collaborating with him on this billionaire agenda. What we do is decisive. Will we be demoralized and paralyzed? Will we follow the misleadership of the Democratic Party? Or will we chart a new path forward?
This is the PSL's YouTube channel. This is a video from 3 months ago, and you can notice in the footage there's a banner using the exact same font with the exact same banner stand, and I can be 100% sure that this format of the protest banner is PSL's standard prop.
Hey, I'm just documenting you guys putting all your protest stuff in a van. It's very nice of you. How far did you travel to come to protest today?
That's not really your concern.
Well, you have like a van full of stuff. People wearing masks.
There's a road here.
Yeah, no.
Roads are great for transporting things and traveling. So,
just, you know, I can videotape on a sidewalk, so.
No, I'm going to stop you from videotaping it.
Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt you guys. I'm just
trying to understand.
Just interested you guys are putting everything in a van. And you're getting really mad about it. You know, that looks really suspicious.
I'm just trying to make sure that you have, you know, all the answers that you want.
Are you guys paid?
So.
How much did Soros or Reid Hoffman pay you to come protest Trump today? Come on. Was it good? Did you get paid well? Do you guys get paid today? Are you sure? You're positive? Oh, you don't want me to get the license plate? Why? Why? Because I don't know. If you guys are like a legitimate grassroots, you shouldn't be worried about it. But someone's funding you, clearly.
Now this video was uploaded 7 weeks ago, and it is very obviously PSL organized. You see the banner inside the car, the same banner stand, the same font. Clearly they are professional protesters, not regular citizens. And if you check out their IG, you can see they participated in every protest during this event. And you see this protest? This went down in Milwaukee with a large number of banners in the exact same format. This is a very organized professional protest group, yo. Actually, you can visit their website, pslweb.org, which very thoroughly introduces this organization. Simply put, it's all about turning LGBTQ into COMMIE and their ultimate master plan to eliminate private property through socialism and transition to communism.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, this ain't no conspiracy theory, yo. It's written on their goddamn website introduction. Go check it for yourself.
We're learning new details about the cold-blooded assassination of a young couple outside the Jewish Museum in D.C.
Free Palestine!
Shocking video shows the 30-year-old suspected assassin identified as Elias Rodriguez.
And here's where things get juicy. The PSL actually organized protests for the BLM movement and supported the Palestine movement. Oh, and a few months ago, this tragedy, that perpetrator was also once a PSL member. In short, the PSL is an extreme left-wing organization. So who exactly is funding them? How exactly are we gonna find this out? Well, I used the dumbest method possible. I asked AI. I pulled up Perplexity and asked it to give me a behind-the-scenes look at who exactly funds the Party for Socialism and Liberation. And one name came up, Neville Roy Singham. Now this ain't no year pay, but the great thing about Perplexity is that it has multiple AI models in one. So this time I switched to the Grok model with the same question and the exact same name appeared. And then I switched to the OpenAI model and the exact same name, Neville Roy Singham, appeared. And then this video came up.
And Anna Paulina Luna, Congresswoman, looking at this chaos, who's funding it and why are they funding it?
So it's actually being funded by a billionaire by the name of Neville Singham. He's actually funding a group called the Party for Socialism and Liberation, which if you look online, they are a communist organization. What they're doing is they are using Hispanic Americans the way that BLM used Black Americans during these riots, and frankly, the way that Code Pink, which is also funded by the CCP, is using Palestinians. So what they're trying to do is they're using this to usher in Marxism. But it's important to note that actually when you find and you follow the money trail, Mr. Singham is actually largely actually funded by the Communist Chinese Party. So House Oversight has issued and will be sending a letter this Friday with all members of Oversight calling Mr. Singham to testify before Congress. If he does not appear and does not provide documents, he will then be held in contempt of Congress, and he will be prosecuted by the Department of Justice. We are not playing. This is a different administration. We have the Department of Justice, and if you interfere with American politics and are a foreign agent, you will be held accountable.
So here, Roy Singham and the PSL's name appear once again. But you gotta know, Fox News and politicians have been known to make some shit up in the name of political propaganda. Does anyone remember weapons of mass destruction? So I went to digging deeper on this Roy Singham and found out that people have been after this fool for a very long time.
At a star-studded 2017 destination wedding, Neville Singham and Jodie Evans bound themselves in unholy matrimony to the enemies of the West. The bride, director of protest movement Code Pink, has a long history in extremist left-wing public activism. The groom, though a multi-millionaire software mogul, is a radical Maoist who cut his teeth affiliating with various radical Marxist-Leninist groups in Detroit. But why should we care about the eccentricities of a far-left millionaire and his activist wife? Because they are marshalling their considerable resources and networks to do the bidding of some of the most anti-Western forces on Earth and to cause chaos around the world.
Code Pink, 小粉红密码. This is probably the least code name I've ever seen. Almost sounds like an SOD 代号. Turns out, back in 2017, Singham moved to Shanghai, and during Trump's first term, he was a lead technology strategic advisor for Huawei.
Our cover story is about a man who has been accused of waging a war in India. It's a fireless war. It's a war of narrative, a war of misinformation and disinformation. It is China's war of influence. And Beijing's foot soldier in this war is Neville Roy Singham. A New York Times investigation has accused him of spending millions of dollars in India in order to spread pro-China propaganda. But this is not the first time Singham's name has come up for something fishy. Raids previously have led Indian authorities to Singham. Now, don't get fooled by his Bollywoodish name. Neville Roy Singham is an American, but he sits thousands of miles away in Shanghai, close to the Chinese seat of power, running his large network of propaganda machines masquerading as shell companies and NGOs. Last week, Singham was reportedly attending a workshop on ways to spread Chinese propaganda.
And a little under 2 years ago, the Indian government got hip to his shit and went after him with allegations for spreading Chinese political propaganda, inciting riots, and attempting to overthrow the Indian government. They even went so far as to raid the TV network he owned and shut that shit down, arresting several of his employees. And as of right now, he still remains in Shanghai. And now the US government has summoned his ass, because they got a few things they want to ask him. But I have a feeling he ain't gonna show up, because if the DOJ charges him just like the Indian government did, he'll become an international fugitive. And how China handles an American international fugitive just might very likely turn into an international political incident. And the result? 代志大条咯.
And we also have a policy that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck and let the mob grab you out of your car and drag you through the streets. You have a right to defend yourself in Florida.
Now, the current polls only show 37% of people supported this protest. And when a group of people burned the American flag on US soil, claiming it's their land, attacking law enforcement, and throwing Molotov cocktails at firefighters, as well as looting stores in their own community, while also taking time out of their day to prevent fellow minorities from going to work, this crazy shit spread all across the US, and these protests are initiated, and the majority of them are all initiated by the PSL group that supports communism. And the PSL, along with many other similar organizations, have been funded by one very wealthy American individual living in China with very close ties to the CCP. And then add that in with pro-American MAGA forces, who here as states governors say that you can run people over if you feel like your life's in danger, using self-defense to justify it. Well, with the weekend just beginning and the protests just getting kicked off everywhere else, if these pro-MAGA forces show up in the streets, very similar to what happened 8 years ago. And when it comes to California's mayor and the governor, they seem to be very much supporting these protests. And with neither side on the left or the right looking to back down, a political civil war just might be on the horizon. And if come 2027, if this shit ain't resolved, do you think America's really gonna have time to defend Taiwan? Fuck. So for those of you who live in sanctuary cities in the United States, you might want to get some爆米花because this weekend is going to be really eventful. But make sure you guys stay safe. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And I will see you on the flip side. Peace.